For those asking for album reviews, yes, I'm aware that I haven't reviewed a single project for over a week now. Yes, I'm burnt out from constantly getting pounded by new songs dropping left and right. Just give me one video to talk about this new Jackboy single, and I guarantee I'm going right back to album reviewing mode. Anyways, Travis Scott is officially coming in with his load of his Jackboy goons. I'm about to get demonetized. Point is, Jackboys 2 is coming out on July 13th in honor of Houston, and I feel like it's really weird to drop a singles review after an album comes out, so here we go. I don't know if Travis has gotten in the habit of releasing the worst songs on a project as a single to purposely set the expectations lower for the audience, just so that when the actual album comes out and we hear the tracks that are actually good, we can all rejoice and say that the project was surprisingly good. When Travis first dropped K-pop, I was stunned. Not because of how good that song was, but because I was like, damn, you waited 5 years to drop your next album just for the lead single to be this mediocre? K-pop is still the worst song off of Utopia. It's either this or Parasail. It didn't really matter though, because most of the songs off of Utopia were great, and it turned out to be good enough for the people to welcome Travis back into relevancy. And I'm starting to wonder if the same effect is happening right now. Travis Scott dropped 4x4 at the beginning of this year, and it was the first song that I heard after it went #1 on the Billboard. This hasn't happened since Jason Aldean's Try That Here in a Small Town. If you don't know what that song is, good! Some people say 4x4 is mid as fuck. I think it's an alright single. I played it a few times. I think the grand horns carry the fuck out of that track. Ain't nothing carrying this new single right here. 2000 Excursion, in my opinion, is just as dull of a track as K-pop. The guitar riffs at the intro, as well as a few times when Don Toliver pops in for the hook, sound great. Why isn't that part extended throughout the entire track? I'm not saying I want the instrumental to sound the same throughout the entire thing, but maybe add some drums and some lead synths along the way to give the track more flavor to it. But on 2000 Excursion, as soon as Travis comes on the beat, we just go into generic trap mode. The producers really pulled a bait and switch on us. Travis sounded like he needed some water on the refrain. I don't know how to describe how he came on that track. He was trying to like rap and whisper at the same time. Yeah, I think that's a pretty accurate description. I'm not gonna dive myself into Travis's verses. In fact, I'm not gonna dive into any of the three Jackboys' verses on that song, because 2000 Excursion gives off background music vibe. A song that doesn't demand your attention because it doesn't want your attention. This song has such a terrible progression. It's disjointed. Parts of the song feel sliced together that don't sound right. And Don Toliver's hook really fails to capture that big moment the song I feel like was setting itself up for. Don, despite being one of the most chopped rappers out there, can't sing. The man has a vocal range, no doubt, but he is just so underutilized on the song. And when he begins his verse, we immediately cut to Travis's second verse where he's stealing Don Toliver's job of singing. I really think this track just doesn't work as a single. I don't think the song works at all due to how loose this track feels. With the lack of structure on 2000 Excursion, the best I can give this is a Moai. You know what? I'm gonna take some copium. Maybe this will be the worst song of Jackboys 2 and the actual album will be better.